Welcome back, everyone. How was your week? I really hope it was a good one, maybe a bit restorative, because today, oh boy, we are diving into a world where ambition just completely sours, turns into something really, really dark. We're looking at a rivalry that gets so intense it basically becomes lethal. And hey, if you're into gripping book discussions, wild plot twists, definitely hit that subscribe button. We drop new episodes every Friday on all the main podcast platforms, but remember, for the full library, all the older discussions, you can only find those back episodes over on YouTube. So today we are dissecting Daniel Hurst's The Rivals.
Yeah.
It's billed as a psychological thriller, and honestly, it delivers. Right from the very first page, Hurst cranks the tension way up.
He really does. That prologue, wow, you open the book and there's a woman literally smiling while another woman is dying at her feet.
Yeah.
It just sets the stage perfectly. It tells you immediately, okay, the stakes here are sky high.
Absolutely. And it signals that the line between, say, healthy ambition and outright pathology, it's not just going to be crossed in this book. It's going to be completely obliterated.
Exactly. So our mission today really is to get into the heads of these two main characters, Lucy and Jess. We need to track how this obsessive competition between them just escalates and figure out who is the real rival here. Because Hurst, he definitely plays with your expectations. He makes you flip-flop on who you think the villain is.
He really does. Let's jump straight into that core theme then, because it's the engine driving the whole story, isn't it? How both Lucy and Jess seem to build their entire identities around winning.
Mm-hmm.
For them, success isn't just, a goal they work towards. It's like, it is their personality. Being defeated isn't an option because fundamentally defeat means they almost cease to exist in their own minds.
You've hit the nail on the head. And Hurst uses those early chapters brilliantly to show us Lucy, particularly as this almost robotic embodiment of drive. It's all ritual.
Yeah, the rituals are key.
We don't just get told she's successful. We see the grind.
Chapter 1, right.
Okay.
Waking up at 5 a.m. That 10K run, rain or shine, cold streets.
Ugh, yes.
And it's not for fitness enjoyment, is it? It's explicitly stated. It's driven solely by hitting my goals.
She needs that logged win, like a check mark in the box before her workday even kicks off, a confirmation she's already dominated something.
Exactly. It's a need for dominance. And she even calls herself, an unapologetic, motivated winning machine.
That's the one. And her career, recruitment consultant, high flyer, it totally mirrors that mindset. It's all commission, all bonuses. Aggressive.
Super aggressive. She's not just finding people for jobs that exist. She's hunting down businesses that might need staff just to get the jump on everyone else. It's predatory, really.
It is. But Hurst is careful to show the flip side, the cost. And that's what makes her interesting at the start, right? The personal sacrifices.
Absolutely. Her flatmate, Kirsty, she's crucial.
Yeah, Kirsty's like the complete opposite. Blissful, non-competitive, almost irritatingly laid back from Lucy's perspective. And Lucy can only relax around Kirsty precisely because Kirsty isn't a threat. There's no competition there.
It's a safe space, isn't it? Kirsty almost validates Lucy's choices by being, content with less in Lucy's view. Mediocre, maybe.
And Lucy knows her competitiveness ruins things. She admits it wrecked past relationships. She had to be the better cook, the higher earner, the funnier storyteller.
If her partner outshone her in anything, it was basically over.
So that debate point from the outline, is her competitiveness functional or destructive? Well, it's both, clearly.
Yeah.
It works for her career. She's got the money, the status. People are probably a bit scared of her professionally. But
her personal life, her ability to actually connect with people is completely destructive there. She's trading genuine connection, even rest, just for that constant validation of being number one.
it's like this void she has to keep filling with wins. It's quite sad, actually, when you first meet her.
It is. And then, almost as a counterpoint, we meet Jess in Chapter 4. If Lucy is the internal machine, Jess feels like the external predator.
Yes. She works for the rival company. The stakes feel even higher somehow, these million-pound contracts, like that big renovation project mentioned.
And Jess. Jess has this terrifying clarity about her methods. No apologies.
Zero apologies. Her motto, guilt is for losers, that sums her up perfectly. There are no moral boundaries.
Right. Lucy seems to at least feel the cost sometimes, right? She has moments of doubt. Jess, not so much. She seems perfectly okay with lying, cheating, whatever it takes.
We see that straight away with her rival, Mary. That stunt she pulls.
Oh, claiming Mary applied for a job at Jess's company.
Yeah. Just a complete fabrication designed purely to undermine Mary's position, make Jess look like the dominant player. It's cold. calculated, professional sabotage from the get-go.
She's not just competing on merit, she's actively manipulating the whole playing field.
And then there's the app. They both use this competitive fitness app, right? But even how they use it shows the difference.
How so?
Well, Jess gets bored if her opponent isn't good enough. Remember that challenger who told lame jokes? Jess found it dull because they didn't put up a fight.
Ah, okay. So she doesn't just want to win, she wants to beat someone worthy. The victory needs to feel earned, even if she cheats to get it. It validates her effort, her malice.
Exactly. She needs a worthy adversary. And that very specific need is what ultimately draws Lucy into her orbit. It sets the whole destructive chain reaction in motion.
Which brings us perfectly to the digital battleground, the step challenge.
The step challenge,
Yeah.
yes. This app, apparently used by millions in the UK, it becomes the arena.
It's kind of ironic, isn't it? These two super high-powered execs, their intense rivalry boils down to who can walk more steps, a straight walk-off.
Totally ironic. And the game starts just like you'd expect Jess to play it. She kicks off right at midnight. Bang! 3,000 steps instantly. Maximize that head start.
She wants Lucy waking up already behind, already feeling that pressure. Pure psychological warfare from the first minute.
And it works. Lucy checks the app first thing, sees she's already 4,000 steps down, and you can almost hear the gears grinding in her head. That winning machine just switches on. Defeat is unacceptable.
And the cost of that obsession becomes immediately clear, doesn't it? Her colleague, Sean.
Yeah, Sean, the potential date. The guy who represents that normal life Lucy claims she wants.
He asks her out for lunch, a perfectly normal thing, and Lucy turns him down flat. Why?
Because it clashes with her lunchtime walk. Her step-counting break is more important than a potential human connection.
And she even has that moment of self-awareness thinking, maybe Kirsty was right. She knows this compulsion is sabotaging her own happiness, but she still chooses the steps.
She picks the virtual win over the real-world possibility. That step count on a screen means more than taking an actual step towards a relationship. Hurst is really showing us how addictive that need for achievement can be.
And it just spirals from there, doesn't it? As the deadline for the challenge gets closer, the desperation just ramps up to almost absurd levels.
Oh, completely absurd. Jess, when she realizes she might actually lose,
What does she do? It's pretty wild.
total chaos. She lies to her boss, Greg, makes up some urgent errand, bolts out of the office.
Okay.
Then she's literally running through the town center in her office clothes. Heels, handbag, the whole 9 yards, just legging it to clock up steps.
Dignity out the window, professionalism gone, just pure animal panic about losing this silly challenge.
Absolutely. The fear of defeat overrides everything else.
And Lucy's response is just as desperate, just sneakier.
Right. She can't exactly run through the streets during work hours, so she finds her own secret battleground.
The fire escape stairwell.
Yep. Running up and down, hiding it from her colleagues, trying to rack up steps in secret. Both of them are pushing themselves to the brink, physically and mentally, for what? Bragging rights on an app?
It's insane. And the climax of the challenge itself, it's almost anticlimactic in the numbers, isn't it?
It really is. Lucy wins by, what was it?
44 steps. Just 44.
44 steps. Think about the sheer effort, the lies, the running in heels, the secret stairwell sprints. All boiling down to a margin so tiny it's almost meaningless.
It really highlights the pathology, doesn't it? The prize itself is irrelevant. It's the not losing that matters. The psychological weight of the win or the loss is immense, regardless of the actual metric.
Precisely. And Lucy's next move is interesting, too. She sends that message.
The congratulatory one. Well done, or something similar.
Yeah. Is it genuine sportsmanship? Or is it a calculated prod trying to gauge Jess's reaction, maybe see if she's broken her?
Could be either, or both. But Jess's reaction tells us everything we need to know about her mindset.
Oh, absolutely. No gracious reply, no rematch next week, just pure consuming shame of defeat.
She deletes a message instantly. Can't even stand the reminder.
For Jess, that loss isn't a setback. It's like a physical wound. And it doesn't make her back down. It makes her decide she needs to meet Lucy face to face. She needs intel. She needs to escalate.
That tiny loss, 44 steps, it's the catalyst, isn't it? It pushes the rivalry out of the digital world and into the much more dangerous real world.
Definitely. The app was just the preliminary round. Now it gets personal.
So they move from the screen to the pub. Jess needs to claw back that feeling of dominance immediately, right?
Instantly. Chapter 14. The meetup for drinks. It's all Jess orchestrating it. She picks the place. She's watching Lucy like a hawk.
Looking for weakness.
Exactly. She notes that tiny hesitation Lucy has before ordering a drink, waiting to see what Jess does first. Jess reads that as passivity, a lack of assertiveness. Confirmation Lucy can be manipulated.
And she doesn't waste time with pleasantries. Straight into another competition.
The phone number game. So spontaneous, so Jess. Let's have a quick public battle right here, right now, based on who can charm more strangers. It's Jess trying to get an immediate win back, probably in an area of social skills, maybe perceived attractiveness where she assumes she has the upper hand.
But it backfires, doesn't it? Which is fascinating.
Completely backfires. Lucy, who we're told is awkward, not great with people, she just focuses, like that winning machine she is. And she actually does really well.
Gets 4 numbers right.
Yeah.
Even cleverly asks 2 friends at once.
Yeah. While Jess, expecting an easy victory, only manages 2. You can practically feel the rage simmering under the surface.
It's a huge blow to Jess's ego. She cannot handle losing even this silly impromptu game.
So what does she do? She doesn't concede. She immediately escalates. Okay, 1st to 10. Moves the goalposts. Forces them into this relentless chase around the bar.
It just proves it's not about the steps or the numbers or anything concrete. It's purely about psychological domination for Jess. She has to be on top.
And tangled up in this game, their personal lives start to properly intertwine. Lucy meets Ryan.
Brian.
Yeah.
One of the guys from the number challenge.
Yeah.
And Hurst paints him as, well, as the dream almost. Charming family man, represents that normal life Lucy supposedly craves.
He becomes the symbol of everything Lucy is sacrificing for her competitive drive. And crucially, he also becomes her biggest vulnerability, the perfect target for Jess.
But before Jess goes after Ryan, the battle shifts back to the office, right? Lucy makes a bold move.
She does, maybe feeling emboldened by winning the step challenge in the number game, maybe just needing a new battlefield after 8 years. She applies for a job.
Yeah.
At Jess's company.
Wow. Right into the lion's den.
Exactly. And Jess's reaction is telling. Initial shock, definitely. But then her strategic brain kicks in.
She doesn't try to block the hire.
No. She decides she wants Lucy there, up close, where she can watch her, manipulate her, and, as she thinks, find the best chance I can get to destroy her. Keep your enemies closer, right?
That's some cold calculation. She prefers the proximity for maximum damage potential.
But the irony, it immediately blows up in her face, professionally speaking.
How so?
Lucy comes in, applies that same relentless drive, maybe some fresh ideas, and she crushes it. At the very next monthly sales meeting, Lucy, the brand new hire, gets the biggest sales bonus. Bigger than Jess's.
Ouch. In front of everyone, including their boss, Greg.
Yep. So now Jess has lost the step challenge. She lost the number game. And now she's lost her top dog status in the office. Lucy is dominating her on every front.
That's got to be the breaking point for Jess.
It is. She realizes direct competition, professional maneuvering. It's not working. Lucy's just better at that game, or maybe just luckier right now. So Jess needs a new strategy.
Plan B.
Plan B, emotional warfare, total destruction. She needs to hit Lucy where it really, truly hurts.
And she sees her opening.
She sees Lucy and Ryan together on a date. She spots the vulnerability. And the next day, she puts her plan into action. Deliberately.
The car crash.
The car crash. She intentionally rear-ends Ryan's car. It's not random. It's manufactured.
That's deeply unsettling. It's premeditated physical action to create an opportunity.
It's masterful infiltration in a terrifying way. The crash gives her the perfect excuse. She creates the alias Mill. They have to exchange numbers for insurance, repairs, all that admin stuff.
So she engineers a crisis just to get legitimate access to Ryan, Lucy's boyfriend, disguised as mundane bureaucracy.
Exactly. It's strategic, sustained malice hiding in plain sight. Nothing impulsive about it.
And this setup leads directly into the ultimate betrayal, doesn't it? The final takedown.
It does. Jess, now operating as Millie, starts texting Ryan. She plays on his niceness, maybe his anxiety about the car repair costs, leverages that whole situation.
To arrange a meeting.
First lunch.
Yeah.
Then, eventually, she gets him back to her place. They hook up.
And Jess notes something crucial during that encounter, right?
Yes. The killer detail. Ryan explicitly denies having a girlfriend, even though he's very much with Lucy.
That's the betrayal she can weaponize. It's not just Jess sleeping with him. It's Ryan lying about Lucy.
And Jess knows this. But the absolute chilling peak of her calculation,
A recording.
she secretly records the entire thing, the whole intimate encounter. This isn't about jealousy or revenge in the heat of the moment. This is evidence gathering, cold, hard proof for maximum impact later.
She knows words can be denied, twisted. But a video, that's undeniable.
And the timing she chooses to deploy this weapon, just brutal.
Lucy's big presentation, right? High stakes, six-figure contract on the line, a chance to cement her comeback, prove her worth after joining the new company.
The moment of maximum professional pressure for Lucy. Jess waits until literally seconds before Lucy's about to walk in and pitch.
Stops her in the corridor.
And just shows her the video. On her phone, footage of Jess in bed with Ryan.
Oh my God. The whiplash.
Yeah.
From peak professional focus to absolute personal devastation in an instant. All that preparation, that winning machine focus Lucy relies on, just shattered by rage, betrayal, shock.
And the result is exactly what Jess intended. Professional ruin. Lucy can't possibly recover her composure. She walks into that meeting completely wrecked. The presentation is a disaster.
Her boss, Greg, sees it. He's disappointed. Jess has taken at Lucy's relationship and torpedoed her career resurgence in one perfectly timed, vicious move.
But Jess isn't finished. She anticipates the fallout. She knows Lucy won't just take this.
Right. Lucy goes to HR. James, is it? Reports Jess for showing the graphic video for sleeping with her boyfriend. She expects consequences for Jess.
Naturally. But Jess has already played the corporate game perfectly. She's 3 steps ahead.
What does she do?
Simple. She deleted the video, wiped it clean from her phone before Lucy even got to HR.
No way.
So when James from HR inevitably asks to see Jess's phone as part of the investigation, Jess hands it over willingly, calmly, cooperatively.
And HR finds nothing. No video, no evidence.
Exactly. Leaving Lucy looking, well, exactly how Jess planned. Like she's unstable, jealous, making wild, baseless accusations. Crazy. As Jess probably intended.
She used the system against Lucy, neutralized the threat, and made Lucy look like the problem. That's terrifyingly smart.
And then she gets that final gloating moment, confronts Lucy directly. I don't lose at anything, ever. Rubs it in, basically confirms the whole elaborate destructive plot was just because Lucy dared to challenge her, dared to win those early rounds, starting with those 44 steps.
Wow. Okay, so at this point, Jess seems like the undisputed monster, right? Calculated, manipulative, ruthless. She's won. She destroyed Lucy's life. Surely that's the end.
You'd think so. Logically, the story should end there, with Jess victorious, Lucy broken. Jess is clearly the villain. We've seen her methods. But Hurst pulls one last rabbit out of the hat, one final twist that completely flips everything we thought we knew.
A twist that completely reframes Lucy's character. Okay, let's get into it. The final race, the collapse, and the twist.
After all the drama, the HR nightmare, the broken relationship, they agree on one last showdown. To settle it all, back to basics. A full marathon, 26.2 miles, primal physical competition.
A return to where it started? In a way, but much, much bigger than steps.
Lucy starts smart, strategic, steady pace. She's the disciplined runner we saw glimpses of earlier. She holds back.
But then she does something psychological again, doesn't she? Around mile 16.
Yeah. She realizes just outrunning Jess might not be enough to truly break her spirit, so she needs to get in her head. She deliberately sprints past Jess, looks back, and drops that line.
Keep up, dear.
Oof. Yeah. Just dripping with condescension. It's designed purely to shatter Jess's composure.
And it works, right? Jess, having won the emotional war, absolutely cannot stand being shown up physically now.
She snaps. She abandons her own race plan and starts pushing this insane, unsustainable pace just to keep up with Lucy, or maybe even overtake her out of sheer pride.
And that desperate pace leads to
The collapse. Mile 20. Jess hits the proverbial wall hard, stumbles, collapses, loses consciousness, just completely spent.
And this is the moment Hurst really messes with us, the readers. Because what does Lucy do?
She stops. She actually stops running, sacrifices her race, her guaranteed win. She calls the paramedics.
And she has that internal thought, right? About some things being more important than winning, like life and death.
Exactly. It feels like genuine growth, a moment of redemption. Maybe this whole ordeal taught her something. Maybe the rivalry is finally truly over, ending not in victory, but in a moment of shared humanity triggered by near tragedy.
It sets up that hospital scene perfectly. Jess wakes up.
And Lucy's there, sitting by the bedside, even brought flowers.
Yeah.
They talk. They agree on a truce. They acknowledge it all went way too far, almost killed Jess. It feels like closure.
We, the readers, are breathing a sigh of relief. Okay, Lucy learned her lesson. It ended badly, but maybe they can move on.
And then Dr. Peckman walks in.
Dun dun dun.
Right. He delivers the bombshell. Jess didn't collapse just from exhaustion. Her blood work came back. She had GHB in her system, gamma-hydroxybutyrate.
The date rape drug.
The date rape drug. Police have been notified.
That's-
Jess is horrified, confused. And suddenly that image of Lucy sitting by her bedside with flowers takes on a very, very different light. The doubt creeps in. Could Lucy?
That revelation just turns the whole narrative upside down. We spent the whole book thinking Jess was the cold, calculating one, using emotional and professional sabotage.
And then the epilogue drops the final, terrifying truth bombs. Lucy's confession.
She admits it all.
Everything. She was the one who drugged Jess. She masterminded the whole thing, administered the GHB before the race.
Why? Just to win the marathon?
Essentially, yes, she needed that win. After losing her job, implicitly after the disastrous presentation, losing Ryan, losing her status, winning the marathon was the only way left to reclaim her identity as the winner. And Hurst gives her this chilling line where she tries to justify it, saying she didn't want Jess to suffer long-lasting effects.
I'm not a monster after all. While literally admitting to drugging her rival into unconsciousness during a marathon, the lack of self-awareness is staggering.
It's terrifying. She calculated the dose, knew it would cause memory loss, and then used that memory loss to manipulate Jess afterwards, suggesting maybe a race volunteer did it. Pure evil genius.
And her stated motivation. It's all about restoring her self-image, being that razor-sharp, super-focused, and ultra-competitive me that wins at whatever she chooses to do. Winning wasn't a thing, it was the only thing.
So think about the comparison now. Jess's actions, however horrible, the lying, the manipulation, the sex video they were about, destroying Lucy's life, her status, her relationship, awful, yes. But Lucy's final act, it was attempted murder, essentially, chemical assault, to physically eliminate her rival from a race.
Jess played dirty within social and corporate rules, arguably. Lucy went full criminal. She valued winning that marathon more than Jess's actual life.
And the absolute kicker, that last thought in the epilogue.
She's already thinking about her next target, Ryan.
Yeah. Considering challenging Ryan next, it confirms she hasn't learned a single thing. The trauma didn't change her, it just reinforced her core belief that ruthlessness is the only way. She's back in her winning machine mode, possibly more dangerous than ever.
So the ultimate question Hurst leaves us with: who is the true rival? Who is the more dangerous antagonist? Jess, the overt manipulator who destroys lives? Or Lucy, the seemingly more relatable one, who hides a capacity for near-lethal violence beneath a veneer of ambition?
It's such a brilliant reversal. Jess is the villain for 90% of the book. Her methods are appalling, but maybe understandable within the hyper-competitive world they inhabit. Lucy, though. Lucy seemed like she was striving for something better, for normalcy. But her final act reveals a darkness that's arguably much deeper, much more fundamentally broken.
It feels like Hurst is critiquing that whole win-at-all-costs corporate culture, doesn't it? Showing how it can twist people, how defining yourself solely by your victories can lead you down incredibly dark paths when you start losing. Lucy is the terrifying end result.
Absolutely. When achievement is your only measure of self-worth, what happens when you fail? For Lucy, the answer was chillingly extreme.
Wow, what a ride. The sheer toxicity is overwhelming, and that final twist just leaves you reeling. Okay, that about wraps up our look at Daniel Hurst's The Rivals. That escalating toxicity, that unforgettable final reversal. It definitely gives you a lot to think about. So we have to ask you, what do you think? Who ended up being the more terrifying figure here? Was it Jess, with her life-destroying sabotage? Or was it Lucy, who crossed the line into physical endangerment just to win?
Yeah, we'd love to hear your take on that one. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments section. If you enjoyed this breakdown, maybe Hurst's clever twists, please give us a like, share it with any other thriller lovers you know.
And definitely subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss our future discussions.
We appreciate you tuning in.
Join us next week for episode 37. We'll be tackling a true classic, looking at the darkness within human nature with William Golding's Lord of the Flies. Should be another intense one. We'll see you then.
Bye, everyone. Take care.